Good evening, everybody. Welcome in to the Farm to Table Direct Show. This is Ryan. By over there in the little boxes, Mr. P, our producer from behind the scenes, joining us tonight. Um,
Hey, yo.
as as the title said, we are a man down, but the show must go on. We are going to persevere. What's going on is, my brother Keith is laid up under the weather a little bit. I think he just overdid it. We had a pretty wild few days. We took off to Dallas. This last Saturday for the Rogue Food Conference, and that was our plan to talk about what we learned there tonight. But he had my brother. For those of you who don't know, he his job that he does work is a Sunday Monday thing, and it's 2 16 hours back to back. And so you go do a 20-hour road trip and then come back and work 2 16 hours, and then he got up today and I know was working on his house and some other things, and I just think he's worn himself out, but he wasn't feeling well.
I
We
about to say
just
the man don't know rest really. So
it's hard, and I can relate. It's hard to get there. Most of us do, but anyway,
Mhm.
he's taking it easy, a little R&R, and we're gonna be back next Tuesday at 7 with our original scheduled thing for tonight, which was, of course, the what we learned at Rogue Food Conference, and I will tell you that
Right.
we learned a lot. Took a lot of pages of notes, and just I mean, it was quite the experience. Joel Salatin, John Moody, um, let's see, Holly Hickman spoke. And those were the three big ones while we were there on Saturday. And there was a couple of other speakers who got up and shared things about their particular journeys with their farms, their what they do. One was Crunchy Mama, the other was Profound Food, and but anyway, we'll share that next week. Um, it may come up in conversation tonight. As always, chat is live, chat is open, and we if you want to jump in and make a comment or tell us how tell me I stink without my brother, whatever the case is. I don't care.
So just say Mr. P is not made for the big screen. It's all good. We don't. It's whatever, man.
I mean, hey, face for radio, whatever it is,
Hey,
you
I
know.
always said I had a voice for radio, and definitely the face for it too. So
Oh, you got the voice, no doubt about that. We got to figure out how to get you more involved. But anyway, so yeah, that's what's going on. I tell you, it's been a crazy week, Mr. P. I mean, the political world has been upside down. Well, on
oh, yeah.
fire, depending on which side you're on. But
I'm about to say you ain't kidding. Me scrolling the old social medias, I've seen plenty on both sides of this thing here.
I
So
don't, I don't think I can handle another crying video. I don't know,
oh, don't let's not bring those up. So
but
Like I said, I've seen plenty on both ends here. So
well, would we have been crying if our candidate had lost? Maybe,
yeah,
maybe not like that though. I don't know. It's
it's been one of those things you never know.
yeah.
The world will never know now. So
I'm telling you, it's been. I of course found out got the note yesterday that the Republicans took the House. So
oh, they
uh,
did finally take the house. I hadn't checked up on that lately.
um, and so they've got all three. I don't think it's any super majority, but
Uh,
it'll certainly
I'm about to say I knew they had taken the Senate. I did not realize they had taken the House
that
now too.
that
So
that came in late yesterday. So
oh, cool.
yeah.
I'm willing to. You're right on that. It's definitely not going to be a super majority on either side here because just
Well,
maybe three or
just
four seats.
that's just where people are, and
Yeah.
so anyway. Um, well, I see we've had a couple more jump in on the chat. I'm glad y'all are here. Hope you stick around with us. Chime in by all means.
Oh yeah.
Tonight is almost open format. We really don't have
Open mic night tonight, people. So
well, yeah, maybe I don't know. Haven't thought about going that far, but definitely we'll take the chat and the chime if people want to jump in.
yeah, definitely. You got to carry Mr. P over here. He's not used to this part yet. So
He usually gets to stay behind the scenes and click on the buttons and make lower thirds happen and
yeah.
all those things, and usually have a bit more time to have all that prepared.
Yeah.
but we found out about an hour before showtime that Keith
and
would be with
yeah,
us.
and then we got in here maybe 30 minutes to spare. So
By the
Mr.
time we
P
got
over here, Mr. P over here had to work a little magic to get this on the road. So
here, man, you were working like a madman back there.
that's what I do best. It's all I do with life anyway. So
Well, that's all you can do, right? I mean,
right,
it's just just try to do the best we can. But
exactly.
anyway, so yeah,
That's a
well, I'm gonna do something that might make some noise. Yeah,
oh. Hey, David, how's it going over there, man? Old David Lacey popped in the chat saying good evening. So,
yeah. Evening to you. Hey, hey,
oh,
hey,
there's
Melly,
there's
Carm,
Melly. Hey guys,
David. How y'all guys doing out
good.
west?
Y'all doing good out there?
Hope y'all got. I heard snow over in Elk City here
Woo.
recently. So I'm hoping y'all got some rain to go with that. Help out. I know it's been dry for y'all too.
But you keep the snow though. We don't want that over here.
But well, David, if you're just jumping in, the show title, "The Show Must Go On." Keith is under the weather, not feeling good tonight, so
And I'm
our
about to
rep,
say, if you're not used to the guy with the ugly mug, I usually stay behind the scenes. So,
that's good. But anyway, he so we're gonna the show that we were gonna do tonight, which was about Rogue Food Conference. We're gonna postpone that till next Tuesday at 7.
yep,
Hopefully by then everybody's rested up, and looks like we'll actually be in studio together next week. So that'll be a good show, and
yeah,
I will tell you, we learned a tremendous amount down there. It was
I'm about to say,
nice to get to see Joel Salatin again and meet John Moody, and even our friend Cheryl Franklin, who puts on the Ozarks Homesteading Expo, was down there, so we got to visit with Cheryl for a little bit and met. Got over 6 inches in the last wave of rain. I'm not sure what we got down here, Mr. P. I know it was a lot.
I'm about to say, I know over here at my place, the yard turned into a swamp. So,
Right. I know Chris Thompson. I know their place got flooded.
whew,
Uh, which is wild because if you know where they live in the mountains, Watchtown
oh,
Mountains.
oh Lord,
They had water literally standing on the ground, and I mean, everywhere. But so anyway, well, I hope David, I hope that 6 inches helps out. I mean, it
right,
probably all came at once if it did like normal Oklahoma weather. But anyway, so
right,
but pretty good. Pretty good wave of severe weather came through with all that too. That was a lot of tornadoes and
oh
stuff,
yeah,
especially in the
that
Oklahoma.
was, whew,
They didn't. I don't think they got some up north of us.
right,
Mainly, it was just rain and thunder for us. But
yeah. I'm about to say, I will put it this way. I know I slept through a lot of it, so
well, we were raised that way. We just go to bed. So
yeah,
it'll be there
especially
when we wake up.
especially in this house. So
Well, yeah, you are. That's true. For those who don't know, Mr. P and family live in an underground house.
yeah,
Uh, tradition.
burrowed right to the side of a hill and everything. I literally just sleep right through the rain anymore. Tornado, hey, I'll
Open,
see you in the morning.
open to the south side, and whatever south. I guess southeast side, open to the south.
Yeah,
Anyway, otherwise, they're underground, so
yep.
all that stuff just blows over. So,
Oh yeah, a
but
little
anyway,
work to do on her, but it's nice, it's comfortable, and I enjoy it. So,
what's that like? I mean, I've been in the house, obviously, but
uh, right now we do got to get some of the insulation fixed in here, but like for the most part, literally, I could walk around here in shorts and I'm fine. I just
right,
chill out,
get
So
that get that thermal thing going on.
yeah, get the little thermal going on. It just helps us chill out here. So
David, you're going to have to explain Redneck Planet. Now, was that just walk out there and throw the seeds and hope they land? Or,
it's probably one of those things. Just walk around, see, just here you go. We're going to throw it there, throw it there. That way,
I
we'll
mean,
find some water somewhere.
when we did the construction up here for my daughter's mobile home, we had brought the excavator in and did
Yeah,
a bunch of groundwork, and so I had to go along and seed it and got all this nice green grass in, and then all of a sudden, then it hit 0 degrees and killed every bit of it. But it came
sounds
back.
about right.
It came back in spring, so forth. In
Yeah,
fact, it got carried away this year. I couldn't keep up with it. But
right.
needed to let it grow in and get thick. But,
So
so yeah, it's
I need to talk to that. I need to see if he's going to redo his garden again
right.
because yeah, because is he going to do the? Oh, I'm talking. My mom is on the other side over here with me, so uh, Is he gonna do the pop ball thing again? Oh, he's not doing the pop ball thing again. That's like, well, what Dad was doing originally, he had some tomato plants, and you know, Ryan, you know my dad, he loves his Diet Pepsis.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
He loves those 2 liter Diet Pepsis. What he had done was cut the top off, like the bottom, what would be the bottom of the bottle, and
Right.
hung it and suspended it, and had tomato
Okay.
plants in it, and was letting them just hang down. That's what he was doing. I think we sort of lost that batch we had because we, forgot to sort of cover it at one point
Right. I've
and
seen people
stuff.
do that with 5 gallon buckets and stuff, but I don't guess
Yeah.
I've ever seen a 2 liter bottle.
Well, as much as Dad goes, so we got to put those pop outs of something. So
Well, enough, true enough. Yeah, I got to get started getting ready stuff. I brought home some. They were going to throw some stuff away at work, and um, there's a couple of different things in there that I can use that I brought home that I can use to do uh, kind of, I guess, should be a raised bed or container. It's wood, but I'm going to line it with plastic and put the
right.
drain holes in it, and
Ooh,
so I'm gonna have that. Try to get some stuff in this spring, but
right.
see what happens with it.
Um,
Um, I don't know who all's tuning in. I'll just go ahead and say it. As you can see, it's the man down is my brother Keith, and we got Mr. P valiantly
try,
braving the option of filling in with me.
trying my best to fill in here. So
Uh, the show must go on. We just didn't. The show we had originally
uh,
scheduled will be next week, but
for those who don't know, I'm not used to. I'm getting new into the homesteading stuff myself with Ryan and Keith. Like this is my sort of introduction to me helping them with this. I'm usually more of the sports guy. I could sit here and talk college football nonstop. So
well, it's okay to get a little more, a little bit.
education.
There you go. But especially for a college guy, get a little.
Yeah.
Uh,
So we got to focus on school and work and, trying to live a life in there in between. So,
yeah, imagine that. But yeah, it's. Hey, listen, you're doing all right. You're learning that all that technical behind the scenes equipment
yeah,
stuff helps helps Keith. I mean, helps me and Keith look good, and helps Keith keep from pulling his hair out. But
he still does that anyway. What are you talking about?
I mean, he's got somebody to help him, so uh,
Right. I know.
we appreciate what Mr. B. Hey, Rachel's
Hey,
in.
Rach.
Glad to see you join us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
Love you too, cuz.
happy late Veterans Day there.
Yes. Happy late Veterans Day.
For those who are on besides that's my Rachel jumped on there. That's mine and Keith's niece.
Yeah, my old cousin. So,
She's she's a, she's she's a sailor, former sailor. Anyway, she spent her time in the Navy and followed in some family tradition of service. But anyway, anybody else that might be listening, happy late Veterans Day. That was Monday, of course, yesterday. Uh, Hope you all had a great one, and let's just always remember those who make it possible for us to sit around and do things like this and have a good life. But there's an ever former
there's
hello.
her former. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I guess once you've been around, once you've been a swabby, you're a swabby for life. I don't
Right.
know, but no, I pick on her a little bit. I spent my first 4 years in the Marine Corps, and so that's where I spent my time.
Right.
And then I went over to the Army and spent quite a bit of time of a career over there. But
Right.
so Marine Corps birthday was Sunday, so happy belated birthday to all my Marines out there. But anyway, so we little bit of a family tradition, the military service in our family. So
Yeah. I'd say at least one generation does it. So,
that's it. So
Rachel took my generation, so we're good.
that's it. We'll see what happens if
Right.
I don't anticipate it going past where we're at. But then again, I hope there's not a need. I mean, we a lot of people thought maybe we'd headed to World War III, and I don't know. It could still
Yeah.
be.
You never know. I don't pray for it, but I hope we just. Whew.
A bucket of rye being scattered from the back of a pick with a chain link fence pulled behind to rake it in. We have a little short to show. Oh, I'll look forward to seeing that. I'm going to have
Yeah,
to. Have
I'm
to
definitely ready for that.
that, David. That's that is definitely interesting. I guess that's a. I'm to look forward to seeing that video. That'll be something else. But
I'll be sure to tune in for that one. So
no,
Annabelle's already talking.
Well, with her dad,
Not
your mom,
military.
both, let's see, I guess that would be Annabelle is
Yeah.
Rachel's daughter. That's our grandniece, and she's what is she now? 9, 10? I lose
Oh,
track.
hey,
It's
don't say that. Don't say that.
dude, I'm telling you, I'm serious, man. It's like I mean, Jacob, my grandson's 9, so
Ooh,
I'm right around the same age. So
yeah,
10. See there we go. 10. Yeah, man. Thanks for making us feel old, Rachel.
yeah. I could have swore I was just 18 like 2 weeks ago. Okay,
So,
then working, I feel older.
Rachel, that picture with tonight. You, uh, I know you're Dan and more, but I didn't know. Hoping you're. She makes me. That's what kids are for, Rachel. They make you feel old, or keep you young. One of the two. But anyway,
I don't
uh,
know. She might make Ebba might make her pull her hair out. So
Rachel, you're up to date on a lot of things going on. What's your away, but your opinion on this week's political unfoldings? Uh, keep in mind,
right,
it's a family-friendly environment. But anyway.
yeah, yeah. We keep it PG here, H. Okay, leave the PG-13 at home.
uh, try to keep it that way. But no, but David, if you're still listening, how's things going over there with y'all guys as far as channel wise? Y'all continuing to grow and do well? Uh, got any more events lined up, or y'all just taking care of the farm? Anyway, I know we're kind of thought we were going to settle down, but man, it was like then all of a sudden things started popping up. But I'm figuring over the next few weeks we'll probably be
A little bit of downtime for the holidays.
a holiday, a little family time.
Right.
I know January OLAC, which is Oklahoma Livestock Agriculture or something. Or Keith keeps up with that side of things more than I do, but I know they've got a big dinner in January. Uh, hey, Janae, glad to see you. Uh, glad to see you join us in there. No, Rachel, I've heard that people talk about. Uh,
Uh-oh.
I haven't seen anything official. Uh, we'll see. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris. I don't know if that's me or Ryan.
Uh, I'm assuming that's Keith. He put the Glory Hills link up. And so go over and check out Glory Hills Homestead if you haven't. They're a great channel. And yeah. Okay, we're going to leave that alone there. What's important there? Conversation, who knows? But, anyway, we work in his house today. So yeah, bring the microphone up a little bit. I like to put that thing down out of the way, but sometimes that uh, allows it. Let me see what we got going on here. Make sure my signal is strong. Is that better, y'all? Um, hopefully so. Um,
Yes, that's better.
yeah, microphone got too far away from me, so I'll just bring
I,
that up here.
I
And
was sitting here like in my headphones, like, please tell me that's not me, okay? Like, hold
uh,
on.
fortunately, uh, people in the chat are on the ball with Uh, well, I'm glad that's better. Okay, well, I'll make sure I keep that up. It's on a boom stand, and weight does its thing, gravity, and so uh, anyway, I sometimes forget about it. But glad that's working better. Well, David, I'm glad. I think the slower season's what everybody's looking forward to. I know. Like I said, we've got things on our agenda, but um, hopefully not running the countryside like we have been. But we're gonna. Got some projects that we're working on that hopefully go well, and we can uh, get going for to get out between now and Okie Homestead Expo, which is in March. That's the 21st and 22nd, I believe. Tickets are on sale now, $50 for both days. The lineup for Okie Expo this year is phenomenal. I mean, I know Joe Salatin's going to be there again this year. I know. Oh man, good grief! I think the Doughertys are coming in from One Cow Revolution. I know Zach Bauer is on the schedule to be there. Of course, a lot of the other regulars. Dr. Jones is going to be there for those who've never met him, and of course, a lot of our friends here in the Oklahoma community. Our YouTubers and stuff that are
If you
usually.
want, I can do a share screen to pull up some of the speakers
Oh,
because they
well,
do have it on. I have their website pulled up here. Hold
why
on
don't you
one
do
second.
that? Yeah, that's what Mr. P is good at right there. Yeah, so yeah, of course Daniel Arms emceeing again as he has done every year up there,
Yeah.
and Joe Salatin, which kind of getting to be a regular occurrence seeing that guy. There's
Uh,
Sean and Dougherty, yeah, Sal's Ear Farm, Dr. Patrick Jones, and
there we go.
let's see,
Make it a little easier
we
for
get
everybody to see here.
yeah, and okay, yeah, that's right. Brandon Sheard. He does a great job doing the Meat Smith stuff. He did it up at Ozark, and it was a really awesome demo. Him and Joel Salatin got together on it, and anyway, it was a good demo. And of course, Zach Bauer from an American Homestead. Check him out if you haven't.
Oh,
Um,
actually, got a
and
bunch of pages. Hold on, let me
that's all.
scroll over here.
That's good. Okay, yeah, Megan Hype
Uh,
from the Hype
uh,
Live. I know her. Sean Mills. Let me see. Hack My Homestead. I don't know him. That maybe one I have to research on. But
yep.
anyway, y'all can go over to Okie Homestead, X Homestead Expo on Facebook, and also I think they have a .com. But Facebook's the place to find them, and you can get the list of speakers.
All
But
right.
that's coming up in March. Yeah, David, I'm hope y'all can make it. And yeah, it'll be awesome to see everyone again. And
I'm about to
it was
say this past year being my first year, I very much enjoyed it. Even though, yeah, I'm stuck behind the table, so I don't get to see a lot of it in the
right.
field. Just sit there and watch like Ron and Keith go through and actually like go to different vendors and like see all the stuff they have. It's very awesome. It's very like everybody's so nice. It's just I can say it test like being my first time. I'm ready to go back again. So
Yeah, thank you, Janae. Yeah, that's it. It is. It is. It's quite an event. I mean, you're talking 3,000 plus people over those 2 days. Speakers, and they're actually adding stage. They're adding speaker
oh cool.
space, so they'll have more speakers than going at one time. Um, and it because they've just got such a big lineup, and yeah, we've made a lot of good friends there. I mean, that was the first expo we went to was that one in 23, and um, have made some lifelong friends there, and so we'll always look forward to that. I know that there's two meetups coming in April and May. April is the 10 Killer YouTubers meetup,
Okay.
and May is Mid America YouTubers meetup, and that one's at Lake Eufaula. Both of those are in Oklahoma. Um, don't really, yeah, I did, bro. I did mention Dr. Jones being there, homegrown herbalist. He's super smart, real personable guy, super smart, and highly recognized in herbal medicines and things like that. And so, yeah, definitely a treat to get to have him there and to get to go and learn from somebody who is respected and known throughout the homesteading community. So,
It's like I said earlier, this man is sick and is still in the chat over here. He's still working. Does not know what rest is.
I know for somebody who's supposed to be on R and R and resting now, he's sitting behind his computer. That's my brother. That's Keith. That's how he is. It's
Yeah.
and
And I've earned the right over years to give him crap for it. So,
wouldn't be right if we didn't. But
right.
right, he
Oh,
will
well,
get some rest. We'll because we pretty well got next week's show laid out. So now it's just
Yep.
uh, letting him. He's got me and him both are in the middle of a lot of renovation stuff. David, it's 1 month after Okie. I don't have oh, where am I?
What was the name of it again? So
It's
I'll
the
type it
Ten
in.
Killer YouTube meetup. It's let me scroll my calendar here, and I can tell you it's. Um, I think this year, I think it is. Let me see, there, 21st, 22nd. I think it's the 25th, 26th of April this year, 25th, 26th, 27th. But yeah, thank you, Janae. Uh, you can go to Webb's Web, look them up. Ralph keeps everything on there, and he has um, all the live schedules, all the everything that people turn into, and he has the Ten Killer and as well as Mid America, both on there. And yeah, there's so many. I mean, it's talked about a lot, but I will. But I know it is. It's. I remember specifically that it was 1 month after. Um, it's 1 month after Okie Expo. I remember that on my. Uh, I'm hopeful to make one of the two, but I've got a new grandbaby that's due right there in that window around the first week of May, and so that's a sketchy time right now for scheduling anything for me, which stinks because both Ten Killer and Eufaula are an hour or less for me to drive. So we'll see what happens. Me and Keith are both real close to that, but so, but everything I've heard about it, I know they just did Pinecone Fest down in Texas, and I think that's all everybody talked about for a month before and 2 weeks or 3 weeks after. So, uh, so I know they're a good time, and everybody's already. We were Sunday night. We were on with Jack Dyer, Dyer Family Farms, and they everybody already mentioning the dates and mentioning getting the plans in place for those events. So, um,
I know we're talking about the meetups, but we'll go back to the Okie Expo for a second. Whoever is running that kettle corn stand, I'm telling you, I will be rating you again, okay? Because you do not understand like how bad it was sitting there when where however long we was sitting there for those days, and I'm sitting there around the corner, literally from where I'm sitting is the kettle corn stand,
right.
and
Uh,
all I'm smelling is that kettle corn being cooked all day.
yeah.
I'm barely starting to rate them for like 5 bags that weekend. So
Oh yeah. Thank you, Janae, for putting up Webb's Web for putting up his address.
yes,
You'll
definitely.
see Ralph. He's got all the dates. Yeah. It was. Uh, and anyway, David, you go make you and Holly go enjoy dinner,
Right,
and definitely likewise. If y'all need anything as well, we'd like to link back up with y'all guys and follow up and uh, see how things are going out there with
definitely.
things on the homestead. So anyway, y'all have a blessed night, and
Yeah.
we'll talk to y'all soon.
Take it easy, guys.
But yeah, the kettle corn being right there around the corner, uh, man,
It's torturous for a fat man, let me tell you, okay?
I think it's just torturous unless you're getting some of it. It's like
Right?
I just try to make it to the end, and then get it out the door. But because
Oh, Lord.
can't be doing it in the middle of trying to do interviews and everything.
Right. It was speaking of very uh
Chris, I don't know if you're still watching, but has the water subsided up on y'all's mountaintop? I seen them pictures. That was crazy. I mean,
right.
I expect that where I live, down the valley, short down below me, but I sure wouldn't have expected it up high where y'all are at. But
Right.
but when it rains that much in one period of time, but anyway,
I don't think Chris wanted a new pond, so
well, that's not the way. It's the way you want
I'm
it.
kidding, I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
Anyway, it's yeah, we're just having a good time. Yep, large
Yeah,
family homestead. That's another one. They were at a Oklahoma Homestead Rendezvous. That's where we met them for the first time. Great family. And
absolutely.
awesome.
yeah, got a good show and a good channel. They put on their lives pretty regular out milking the cows and doing
But
things. But
oh,
but
I got background talkers over here for me, so
Yeah, okay, you. This is being live before a live studio audience. uh, but anyway, that's okay. That's what makes it fun with the lives. But
like I say every week in the studio, live, professional, semi-professional podcast. So
there you go. Well, hey, if you can't have fun, then what's the point of doing it? But
right,
anyway, but no, actually, I'll tell you what. So, what Thanksgiving's right around the corner, man. Um, we got what, 2 weeks, I think.
something like that, like a little over 2 weeks, yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite dish?
So, oh, dude, I'm turkey man.
Oh,
I love me some good turkey. All right. Uh,
but
hold on, I got somebody else chiming in.
what is he doing over there?
He is trying to take my headset when he can just speak
It's,
into this little microphone right here and not try to.
he's
Green
got
bean casserole. Then I
green.
can fight my cousin Jeremy for the sweet potato casserole on top of it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a fight.
Yeah.
I'm
But
debating honestly. So obviously we have our little Thanksgiving that we're going to do on Thanksgiving night.
right.
I'm thinking about making on Dad's side my grandma's pineapple sheet cake for it.
Nice.
I'm debating it,
That's
considering I'm the one in the family who's now got her recipe to actually cook this thing. So
cool. Look out. That's big steps to. I've had that pineapple sheet cake.
I know I've cooked it once already for some friends of mine, and let me tell you that pan did not make it back home. So
But, hey, Janae, thank you for putting those up there, folks.
definitely,
These things she's putting up there are people that are homestead channels that join in our little live chat community. I say ours, Jack Dyer and several others.
ooh,
A lot of them, they get in there and they have they chime in, and it's just a big community, and we all try to get in there. So look, if you're seeing them in the chat and don't know who they are, look them up. Jack does his every Sunday evening at 7 o'clock. He goes live, and several of these, Leonard Martin, several of them, Old Pecan, go live at different times through the week. And then,
yep,
of course, they all put up coverage. And
uh,
um, we want to give a lot of love to those channels. They make our job here at the Farm to Table Direct Show somewhat possible for us to even be able to have people to talk to and have experts come in and be able to have content
um,
for everybody. I mean, um,
I,
you know,
speaking of those guys, I definitely want to shout out one farm for sure. Restoration Farms, Ashley and Stewart over there.
yes, Ashton and Stuart Klaus. Yeah.
Yes, I've tuned into some of their lives before, especially when like Stewart's doing like the teaching stuff, just
Oh yeah,
because yeah,
I do the
one
super.
but I'd say want to be a teacher one day. It's actually cool to like just sit there and just watch him break the stuff down and like actually show the work and all that. It's to me, it's amazing what stuff. So I definitely want to shout them guys out. They're awesome. So
They are yeah, both Ashley and Stuart, both super smart people.
oh yeah,
Stuart speaks on a level that most people he can break it down to where you can understand it, but he
right.
can use he that super degree he's got, but
Oh yeah.
and so yeah, definitely, and they are great people.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
she put 9 Acre Family Farms up there. That is Dale, and uh, he does a Bible devotional on Sunday afternoons at 5 o'clock, and
Right.
just then they do a Thursday night hangout where it's a lot of channels coming in. They got it stacked up. I forget what all channel. There's several channels in that, and they'll play trivia and they cut up. I mean, it's just a good time they have on Thursday nights. And so I said this homestead community is big. It stretches across the country and across the world. Honestly, we have people in there from the UK,
Yeah.
Canada, all over jump in on that stuff. And so I mean, it's fun. Especially I know UK is like 6 hours ahead of us, so they're staying up awful late to hang with
Right.
the crowds. Anyway, we but yeah, it's so yeah, we're blessed to be able to be a part of that big community. But and Keith, earlier you asked what was in Tennessee. That is in June, and that is the Homestead Festival. I think it's Columbia, but I'm not 100% certain. It's at Rory Feeks place. For those who may know who that is, he's a country. guy, but anyway, they have a big festival down there. I know they've had bands in, and of course, homesteading still all this homesteading stuff going in, and it's literally when they say festival, that's what they mean is festival. So, uh, but and that's in June. I had seen it somewhere in the past. I'd seen the hit, and and I maybe even said something at the time, but just kind of forgot about it. But then we got reminded of it this weekend in conversations, and um, you know, and so yeah, it was highly recommended for that one. Yeah, Gillett, Jenna put up Gillett Farms Outdoors and More. That's Johnny's channel. He just started that as a separate channel. And if you're into hunting and racing and pretty much exactly what it is, outdoors and more activities, that type of thing, Johnny's your
Uh,
guy right there. He races himself, and he you know and then does hunt and fish and stuff. So he stepped out on a different different channel apart from what from him and Mrs. Gillum do. And but anyway, so but for the sports
so
enthusiast outdoor, you know, definitely worth it. And I would tell you, and I'm Arms Family Homestead, Daniel Arms doesn't need a shout out by any definition as far as that. I mean, they're a big channel. But I was watching the other night, him and his son Houston, they were in the hunting blind. It was bow season. He had his crossbow, and um, he was, I forget how many deer they were doing, they were stuff, and they got in there, but they were all out of range. And monster buck jumped on at the end right there, big, huge buck, and it was too dark. So anyway, but
so
yeah, that
uh,
was fun.
I found it. The 2025 the Homestead Festival in Columbia, Tennessee, June 6th and 7th.
June 6th and 7th. Okay.
Yes. Some of the speakers, obviously, Joel Salton and Daniel Salton will be there. So
Oh, they're both planning to be there this year. Okay, good.
yes, they're part of the speakers on that weekend. So
But
uh, there's be a bunch of more. If I can, I'm going to share screen real quick just so I can show y'all. I got my Facebook stuff up here so I can easily show you. One second.
yeah,
Let me work here. My magic. Uh, it'd
and
be
yeah,
just
for those in chat, Keith asked Janae what on her mind. There it is. Okay,
yeah. So
June 6th and 7th.
yep.
Uh, Joel Salatin, Daniel Salatin, Ruth Ann Zimmerman, Jenny Urich, Jessica Seward, James Seward, Jen Anderson, Kim Toon, Jill Reagan. She was at Ozarks. Let's see.
Uh,
David Stelzer. He's the David Stelzer is the CEO, the big boss, the creator of Azure Standard, which is bulk food stuff that people buy. A lot of people use. It's non-GMO, healthy stuff. Anyway, he was at Ozarks as well, and more to be announced. So you can go out there and what is that? What's that called?
the
Uh,
2025 the Homestead Festival in Columbia, Tennessee.
The Homestead Festival.
Yeah.
So you ought to go out and
Tickets are from what I see here. I think this is both days. I'm not for certain, so don't quote me on this when I say this. But I am seeing. I'm going to share this just for y'all right here. There you go.
really
Let me take that. Let me take this up here so you can actually read anything. Uh,
Homestead Fest, $75. I bet that's for. I bet
I'm
that's for days. I bet that's. I may be wrong, but I bet that's
yeah.
exactly.
I'm not. I say don't quote me on this. I'm just showing what I see. So,
Well, you can go out and find it. A person can, but
yeah.
there was a little side conversation going in the chat there. Keith was chiming in and asking some stuff.
Yep.
Anyway, Janae said for us to pray for our country. Absolutely. This week, depending on how you feel about things, but the elections went off, mostly peaceful from what I understand. But, I haven't heard anything crazy other than a lot of crying videos on YouTube, and Facebook. But the and President-elect Trump has begun seating his cabinet members, and
Oh yes.
per some stuff we heard this weekend, this next 90 days is extremely crucial. We need to be praying for our country. We need to be praying for the president elect and his staff that they're kept safe, for one, and that things go smoothly over the next 90 days. For appointments and stuff that have to be made. I had no idea that the president has somewhere in the neighborhood of 100 um, uh, that he has to make, and most people have appointments they have to make, and it ranges between 7 to 10,000 appointments that have to be taken care of, which is insane that anybody has to do that much. But either way, we need the right people in the job, and that's the thing. Regardless of anything else, other than they are the right person for the job, and
Exactly.
um, so that will help us, help us navigate forward. There's a lot of problems in the world here in our country and abroad, and we need somebody. We need it to go the best. And Keith, bro,
Yep.
I would agree. Calm before the storm, um, and I'm hopeful that things go well there. Prayerful, but said it the other night on Jack's thing, and it was said to us, we haven't won, but we can. Um, and I say, and I don't even care about an R or a D or what side of things uh, you fall on. Our country needs
Right.
to heal. Our country needs to be successful, and be be stable and protected. So, as I told somebody the other day I work with. Uh, that I'll take America on its worst day over any other country in the world on its best day. But that's just how I am as not only somebody who served, but just raised in this country and know that
Right.
uh, this is the best thing going. But anyway, but
I could imagine living in any other country right now, except for maybe Ireland. That might be a different situation.
funny thing was, I'm reading the chats over here, and
Oh yeah.
I'd seen it mentioned on one of the other chats that Janae's an Elvis fan. Um, and I seen a video the other day. Been flirting around on social media that there's a guy who he's they call him he's a pastor or whatever. Can't remember the name now, man. I'm hating that I didn't write that down. But anyway, dude looks like what you would think Elvis would look like, sounds like him, and there's no history on this guy before like 2011 or something, which would have been 25 years after Elvis allegedly
No,
had the witness protection program,
yeah. That.
and is married to some girl that Elvis dated in high school or something. I don't know. It's so
Right.
listen.
I would see if I can find them.
I heard the guy singing on the video singing a gospel song, and I have to admit it sounded like it. And they gave a big old list of things like he tunes his guitar the way Elvis tuned his guitar, strum patterns. He just all these. There's just like this
Okay.
whole. Didn't see that
I
going
think I
this
might
way,
have
did you?
found it. We go all over the place here. Is this, will you remember if I said, because I found this guy's name, Pastor Bob Joyce.
That's it. That's the guy. That's the guy.
He's a pastor living in a small town in Arkansas by a
Yeah,
chance here. So
not very far.
no,
Yeah, but say that a name, Bob Joyce, right?
yeah, Pastor
Yeah,
Bob Joyce.
yeah, Pastor Bob Joyce. He
Part of me,
all great.
I really want to bring up this YouTube video. I'll be honest here.
Hey, why not? I
Let me
don't know if we can do
let me get
that. As long as we ain't doing
let
any
me-
copyright, we ain't gonna get tagged on no
I'll
copyright
try.
stuff.
I'm just gonna listen to it real quick.
Okay, you listen to it for a minute.
Get
I'll
the-
just tell you, I watched it the other day and was just like pretty impressed at how much like him he sounded, and without trying, and apparently he has two sons that look a lot like Elvis, and one is actually an Elvis impersonator, one of his sons. Um, and yeah, it's something crazy. Bro said go for it, so we got permission from the boss.
Wait, repeat that out. Sorry, I was listening to what. I went
Oh,
out. Sorry.
bro said go for it, so we got
All
permission
right.
from the.
All right. Well, let's see here. All
You can
right,
share
we're gonna
screen.
try this. If I get my, yeah, my computer is assigned to be a little slow at the absolute wrong time.
That's a whole other subject. My phone. Oh my gosh, I don't know what's going on with AT&T, but anyway.
All right, let's see if.
Oh man, can you? Oh, here we go.
You've arrived. You're now Oh, things people can come up with, I'm telling you. Oh, glory. Dude, what?
I said, is it live or is it memory?
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
I'm about to say, just listening to him talk, I definitely.
Today's episode is brought to you by Manscaped.
We got ads.
Well, what is
Sorry,
that?
folks.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah.
computers
It's
being stupid for a second here. So
it happens.
you
Let me
gotta
see
let
if I can.
technology when it works, it's great. When it's designed to be stupid, it is very stupid. So
It is. Oh, let me see. Where am I at here? Let me see. Yeah, it's I couldn't believe.
I'm about to say, just listening to, you hear it. Like if I can find, I'm gonna keep scrolling, see if I can find maybe one of him actually singing. So,
Right.
but
There's one
yeah,
that's
no,
on
like
TikTok.
that was.
There's one on TikTok from a year ago, but and but I know that, but I ain't gonna pull it up. But yeah. Hey, listen. Hey, there is the boss
Well,
has tuned in. My wife has tuned in there. Hi, Hi, Cindy.
hey,
Hi,
Zeddy.
boss. That's my wife. My better half, better looking, and all the above. I'll say this, folks. I married up. But anyway, but anyway, might have been my best sales pitch ever because I was driving a old F-150 pickup, borrowed my buddy's station wagon to take her on a date, and living in a house that was falling down around me. But hey, you know, and
Swing for the fences,
and
man.
when you know, you know. That's all I can say about it. I mean, when you know,
Right.
you know. Anyway. And my brother, after 14 years, still don't know how to spell her name. But anyway, I'm sorry. Anyway, Cindie. But anyway,
Yeah.
but no, it's yeah. She allows puts up with some of this craziness and from me and bro doing this and running the countryside
Right.
and
About to say,
she's been supportive and she'll give us a viewpoint sometimes we don't think about because we're two guys and we're in the echo chamber a little bit. We kind of get focused on what we're working on, and she can see it from a different perspective, and it's appreciated. But
uh, if
but
y'all ever see me just looking up every once in a while, mom's like right in front of me right now. She's about.
sis is outside the screen, and
Yeah.
he is in his house tonight, and so he's got our sister and his dad, my brother-in-law, and his
I
other.
I, th- I think she wants to throw her phone right now because, well, to give a little bit of info, she does catering for her job, right?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
you know this. The audience going to know this, but
Oh,
what it is, she right now. How many are you up to now?
10.
She is up to 10 orders for tomorrow.
wow! And what was your? Oh, bro asked, "What's your favorite short of the week?"
The weekend.
Oh, the weekend.
Too short. Too short.
It's too funny. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
all us football fans could do was cry. So, I mean, might as well.
Don't remind me. Do not
Yeah.
remind me. As
But
far as short, I'm gonna have to go back and watch them. I have definitely slept since watching some of those. So. But
hang on,
I
hang
think.
on.
Uh oh.
Well, uh, let me see. I just got it in. Actually, it really ain't too breaking because our niece Rachel brought it up earlier. But President-elect announced Tuesday that Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy will join his administration to lead a proposed new department focused on improving efficiency, reducing waste, and cutting excess regulation. Department of Government
Whoa.
Efficiency. Now, talk about an oxymoron: government and efficiency in the same sentence. There's nothing efficient about the government, but So anyway, wow. So there it is.
Yeah.
I mean, she had mentioned it earlier, and
Yeah.
I just and so
We're just
wow,
not seeing it. So
yeah, it popped up on my news feed. But anyway, so I don't know. It's coming together kind of crazy. Now he's asking what your favorite meme of the week was. But,
oh Lord. Uh there's too many to go.
yeah,
Because
kidding,
like I'm
right?
just here, like I've seen meltdowns on
Right.
one side, I've seen jubilation on the other, and then I've seen in the middle where people are just like, "What the crud is going on anymore?" So
And yeah, that is absolutely right. The more sovereign we are, the better. That is correct. Uh, I know we brought this. This came up Sunday night. The individual sovereignty of. I don't want to get off. Well, matter of fact, we will here in a minute because we got 10 minutes to give. Um, but the more the way that's being menaced, the more independent, the more less dependent upon the systems, the more less dependent upon the uh, whether it's food supply chain or whether it's anything else. Um, it's
right,
it's no good. We joke all the time around here about well, it ain't a joke. It's real big. How much guy? I usually have a set of bolt cutters. I think I used them for something the other day. But anyway, taking links out of the chain
yep,
and just being more independent. But and bro, you're right. If we don't have a secure border, we do not have a country. That is. And so I mean, that's got to be taken care of, and um, because I mean, listen, um, we're all I'm pro immigration when it's done the right way. Um, our Keith's wife, our sister-in-law, my sister-in-law, uh, immigrated here, came here with Keith, immigrated over from the
yeah,
Philippines, went through the process legally, and um, um, so when I see people, I understand why they want to be here. I've been to third world countries. I've been to, um, you know, no, I haven't. President roll out detailed plans. Nope. But and yeah, peas and carrots. That's how it goes together. You got to have a border. Got to have all that. But it all
right,
goes together. The It's got to be done right. And like I said, I've been to those
right,
third world countries. I've lived in Europe, and I've lived in Japan, and I've in those and so when I say that I would choose America any day, I mean that. I've been those places, and I completely understand why the ones who are genuinely trying to get here to have a better life for them or their family. I understand it, but
exactly,
um, and along with immigration reform, as far as securing the border, I would even throw in. I may have to shoot an email to somebody. We need to reform the actual immigration system to where those that are legal, those that are going to be good citizens, can come here without
right.
years of red tape and tens of thousands of dollars, lawyers, and having to.
I was about to say I agree with that fully because I think it was an article I was reading somewhere like most on average like citizens at an average wait over 10 years to get their legalities here,
I
and
mean, well,
it's like crazy.
broken comment on how long it took
Took
for
Melly, yeah,
Lee and Daniel, over here, and I mean, because it was a chore, and I can promise you it wasn't cheap. Uh, build a big,
big
beautiful.
beautiful door.
Yes,
How
absolutely.
tall we talking here? Like, hold up.
The other day, matter of fact, talking about memes, said build a big wall and electrify it. So I don't know.
Yeah,
That was that person's thing.
right.
Like I said, there's no other country in the world that had that. Well, I ain't gonna say that some of the European countries have got some pretty open borders, but I mean, generally speaking, all the countries they're coming from, you can't just roll the other way. Uh,
No,
but anyway, we won't get.
I
Yeah,
don't ever want to do it again.
do it again. I know, and
Yeah.
thankfully you don't have to. So,
Yep.
but anyway, yeah, that was something we were mentioning a while ago that you brought up, and I was going to get back to it. Now I'm trying to get my old brain to bring it back up, and it was
So what
talking.
I brought up or what Keith brought up? 'Cause
I think it was something we were just talking about something.
Because I know before we came on, I was talking about Rubio getting it.
No, it wasn't even. I don't even think it was about the selections. I think it was just
Just us talking.
yeah, it was just something that came up that was funny to me. Uh, but what's going on, with things. But
Right.
it may come. It'll come back to me at about 1 o'clock in the morning when I wake up.
I know one thing I'm going to be sort of like watching for sure, especially like I'm doing my school. I'm going to school right now in college. And my thing is to be a teacher and a coach. The
Right.
one thing I want to watch for sure is watching what happens to the Department of Education,
Well,
especially.
I've got my thoughts about it.
Do you want to share, or do you want to save that for another day?
Here, because I doubt we'll get back to it another day.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's a useless department. So they
Right.
that should be handled at the lowest levels, and it should be performance based. And
Like I said, the only thing I worry about, because for those who don't know, I live in Oklahoma, so
send it back
me
to the states. That's right, bro.
send it back to the states and just let it go. But what I worry about is when it comes to like funding for certain schools. So I went to Brushy, which is a K through 8, and Oklahoma has a lot of those K through 8s.
Right.
A lot of them are definitely from poorer areas.
Oh yeah.
To
Well,
put it mildly.
well, like where I live in Cedarville, it's one of 5 schools in the whole county or in this county.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I get it.
It's one of those things I'm just keeping my eye on because how will that affect me down the road is what I'm looking at. So
Right. Oh yeah, certainly. I agree. And now Arkansas has some people like it, some people don't, but they've got an act, it was the Learns Act or something like that. But
right,
they've slowly been rolling it out, and basically it's heading what is happening. They went in phases, but it's basically going to school choice and voucher, that kind of thing. So if a person wants to send their kid to a private school, they
right,
can direct their tax money to that school.
okay, that's cool.
So it gives
I had read Arkansas's education stuff, so
yeah, a
I
lot of
did not
people
know
don't
that.
like it, particularly the school, but it's been a big fight. But but for those
Right,
parents who were paying, their taxes were being taken out every year or whatever, and then but then they were having to pay for that tuition out of pocket.
right, yeah,
It was a choice they made, but it's still it's something that I'm that's one area that I'm big. I want and that's why homeschooling is making such a big come.
a big comeback. Hey, you lost audio.
Oh goodness, I bumped something. How about now?
You're good.
I'm tell you, I've got this microphone that's going into a mixer board, and that mixer board is going into the computer, and so if I bump the wrong thing, it gets sideways.
Told
My,
you, professional, semi-professional.
but no, the good microphones are in the studio. Hey,
Yeah.
Jack,
Oh,
Jack
Jack,
just made an appearance.
Jack's making his appearance. Here we go.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm surprised he took this long. He must have been occupied.
He's
But
taking a nap over there. He's chilling.
maybe. But yeah, homeschooling has grown and blown up so much over the
Right.
last few years because I think of
A
these
lot of
things
the stuff, yeah.
and things going on in the school systems and things being
Well,
allowed.
I'm about to say, I know it doesn't help. Like Oklahoma was, last I had looked, they were 49th in education in the nation.
I'm not surprised as far as
Yeah.
public school. I'm not surprised at all.
Yeah. So the fact that people are leaning towards more homeschooling, so it's like, it's not a surprise to me at all. So,
But anyway, yeah, it's not surprised by that. It's
no.
and like I said, but I mean, again, it needs to be, when there's no incentive, there's no
Right.
for people to um, for teachers to perform. There's no, you know, and then what are you going to do? But
Right. That's why
anyway,
that's why I like going. That's why I like looking at Ashley and Stewart over there at Restoration Farms, like just watching their videos because,
they can,
like, yeah, just because, like you said, Stewart got smart. Okay, both
yeah.
of them are very smart.
Oh yeah, he's got like a degree in physics or some cred like that. I mean, he's
Yeah, so some I'm definitely not going to shoot for. So.
But I mean, it's that is the questions that people have is and I mean, listen, hey, Trump was talking about the income tax and everything, right? He was
Yeah.
on Joe Rogan, and a few other places. And read. I subscribe to Joe Salatin's blog, which is Musings of a Lunatic Farmer. And anyway, he was talking about some stuff he was talking about because those who don't know, he has verbally accepted. Uh,
Perfect timing, Keith.
a sort of a advisor position to the Secretary of Agriculture, which is awesome.
Right.
That's got a lot of potentially good things
Exactly.
for homesteading and for farming and ranching in general. But he was saying that basically what he was talking about is that all the income taxes, all the taxes collected from the people, like our taxes,
Yeah.
is about $2 trillion a year. Yeah, I know, right? But against the big scheme of the budget and the big scheme of the deficit, that's not that much money.
It's a drop in the bucket.
Right. And what he was saying is if they took, if you took all, basically if you cut the budget by $2 trillion, right, that would be that would take the budget back to where it was at in 2020. Okay. So just 4 years ago. So, okay. But if they did that, there would be no need for them to take income tax from the U.S. citizens. So mathematically, it works is basically what they're saying.
Yeah, man.
You get rid of the Department of Education and a couple of others, you get rid of that $2 trillion pretty quick. So,
Yeah.
Take get the IRS out of unemployed, anyway.
Right.
But I tell you what, guys. Well, man, listen, everybody. We just hit that hour mark about a minute ago,
Right.
and it is a Tuesday night for some. That's work night, and school night, and whatever else. But
Yep.
To everybody that tuned, can't move him that way. Cat claws on my leg. Anyway,
Jack's like, hurry up.
Jack's like, shut up, stop talking. Anyway, but no, hey, for everybody that joined in tonight and stayed in with us in chat, and bro for joining us in the chat, appreciate that. I know you should have been resting, but glad you're over there contributing in that way.
Go to sleep.
Go to sleep, man. And man, everybody that jumped in, my wife Cindy, our niece Rachel.
Yeah.
Melly jumped in for a little bit. Janae, glad you joined us. David Lacey from Glory Hills Homestead was in with us for a little while. And yeah, bro, they started at 8:00. Leonard Mountain. They do their live on Tuesdays at 8. So we'll close this up, wrap this down, and those who may want to go over there, go on over there and tell Chris and Amy we said hi. And anyway. But it was fun. I enjoyed it, Mr. P. I appreciate you hanging with us.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Yeah,
this won't be a regular occurrence, everybody. This
I don't know. Maybe we might bring you a little more now that
you'll bring me in more. Oh boy,
that you've shown you can do it. Anyway, no, appreciate you helping me out there, Mr. P. And being a trooper with me and commenting, and for everybody who commented in the comments. And Janae, thank you for all the information you put up for us over there in the chat. But anyway, folks, listen, we will be back next Tuesday at 7:00 with the episode that we had promised tonight, which is what we learned at Rogue Food Conference this last weekend. Oh, hello and good night. Well, hey, Greg.
Yes.
Yeah, glad to see you, buddy. We'll be seeing you out there, Greg. Listen, I hope things are going well for y'all's channel. I know y'all are working hard to get it going and get everything going for y'all. So if y'all get a chance, if you don't know Duncan family, go check them out. Greg and Donna are awesome people. Neighbors for Keith and I. So so anyway, live right in between me and Keith. So it's poor guy. But anyway,
there's the link.
Yeah, there's the link for Leonard Mountain right there. So go over and check them out if you got if you're on the mood to be online and checking things out. But anyway, we'll be back in next Tuesday, like I said, to talk about what we learned at Rogue Food Conference. It was a great conference and a lot of good information, a lot of good stuff for us. And I've got several pages of notes that we took that we're going to break down.
I'm ready to hear all about it. So
let's just say that you wouldn't let's just say it was pointed. I don't know. I don't know how about the only thing was with food was your right to have it and your right to grow it. Everything else was just about what we need to be doing. But it was worth listening to, and it's worth us passing it on. But anyway, we will be back in next Tuesday at 7. We'll be out on some of the lives, probably definitely Sunday with Jack at Dyer Family Farm. We'll be there. But anyway, so appreciate again all of y'all tuning out. As we always say, hashtag stronger together. Here at the Farm to Table Direct Show, because it does take the community, it does take it all. And if you haven't already, hit the like, hit the share. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, and hit the follow and the like over on the Facebook side and share that. And look forward to the show coming up next week and many more to come. So, Mr. P, again, thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Always.
To all of us that joined in, thank you for joining in and chiming in and being a part of this tonight. And we will look forward to seeing y'all soon. So, as we always say here on the Farm to Table Direct Show, prepare for the